Just the worst. Dirk, shut up.
Fine.
You're just yapping and we can't get a word in edgewise. Ow!
Didn't do it.
That hurt. I went
Sounded
to
like it
reach
hurt.
for my cable to plug my phone in, and I misjudged where I was pointing, and my ring finger hit the bottom of my monitor, and that hurt. Just saying. It sounded like an elbow. No, it's just because it's closer to the microphone, I think. Whoa, and then Gothic threw 1,500 bits out of nowhere. I said, hey, all. Hey, buddy. Thank you for all of the lots of bits. And they're zombie bits, apparently. That's hot.
He resurrected them from the dead.
Oh, were those dead bits? Oh, I don't want dead bits all over the house. But okay, so here we go. Ow, jam! Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mana Pool. This is episode 616 of the Mana Pool, but I assure you we will not be making Marvel jokes all night.
Oh, I get it.
Look, Brian understood that reference.
I did. I'm like Cap in the Avengers. I'm raising a gloved fist right now and pointing it at Chewie.
Lord.
Haha.
So hi, I'm Chewy. I'm the lead dork, and I have most of the other dorks with me. Hello, most of the other dorks.
Hey, I'm Brian. I'm the lead rambler, tangent master of the group, and I guess if I was a Marvel superhero, it might be Captain America, because I may not be the oldest guy in the group, but you might as well think I came from the 1940s with how old I feel inside. So, get off my lawn.
Mike is currently missing. He said work was, well, I won't say what he said. He said work was back on trying to kill him, and he would be a bit late. He's now an hour late, so I don't know what a bit means, but clearly he doesn't either.
So and if Mike were a Marvel superhero, I would think he would be Thor. And I say that because Thor has an awesome beard, and so does Mike. I'm Dirk, the self-proclaimed greenest man alive and mortal compass of the group. And Marvel superhero. I honestly don't know. If I were to sort of think about it, I would say Ant-Man.
I was gonna say you remind me a lot of Groot, and I mean that in the best way possible.
Because Vin Diesel would play me in a My Life movie.
That would be pretty awesome.
First of all, yes. There's actually more resemblance than you might think. And second of all, Groot is very in touch with his inner feelings. He's a calming influence to the people around him. He's not afraid, and in fact delights in like ripping through people if he thinks it'll get, Rocket's approval. And what's more green than being a living plant? So
that is true.
He's also like almost functionally immortal, I guess. Yeah. So yeah.
I was thinking Ant-Man because I like to be sarcastic and try to be funny.
I'm pretty sure if I was a Marvel Comics character, I would be the Man-Thing, because those who know fear burn at the Chewie's touch. There's like 4 people that are gonna go, huh! And everyone else is like, what is wrong with you? And there we go.
All right then. the man thing.
Yeah.
That's better than the man child, at least.
Well, yeah, we voted him out. So there are a few announcements I want to get through right here at the beginning.
Yes.
First off, everybody, I'm very sorry if your podcast thing, whatever you use for podcasts, suddenly started downloading 500 episodes of the show. When I swapped it from just the last 100 to all of them, sometimes your settings are on download new episodes, so you might have suddenly been trying to download 500 episodes and the plus. So sorry, but I had to switch it back off because people found out that or I found out when people didn't get the last episode that the feed burner RSS feed. So the reason that the RSS feed was set to just the last 100 episodes was because of the feed burner RSS feed has a size limit for some idiot reason. And so years and years and years ago, probably around episode 102 or 103, I set it to 100 because, well, who's going to want any more than that? Plus there's a website, and, you know, if you want them, you can get them there. And when it's too big, it just doesn't update anymore. So I said, uh-oh, and I went back to set it to 100 again, and now the FeedBurner feed updated. But the only reason I did that was so everyone gets this episode, hopefully. I'm going to leave it like this for a couple weeks, but please check your subscription and see what actual feed you're subscribed to. If it's the feeds.feedburner.com/themanapool, don't use that one. Use the one that's been in the show notes as a link for, I don't know, a year or 2 or 3 now. It's the themanapool.libsyn.com/RSS. That's the one that's everything and will continue to update. I'm going to try to figure out how to phase out the freaking FeedBurner feed since it just sucks. I was told at the time that I should totally use it. So I did. And it turned Libsyn has a RSS, like, it's got a perfectly good RSS feed attached to it. So I don't know why I did that. It's just because I was told to and I didn't know any better. And now it turns out that's just causing me headaches, 12 years later. Who knew? 13 years later. Holy crap. But, so please, if you're subscribed to the FeedBurner feed, don't do that. Do the other one. The link is in the description. It's in all the YouTube videos. I think it's below us here on Twitch even. So just check what the one you're subscribed to and do the Libsyn one. Okay? It's Libsyn, themanapool.libsyn, because we're hosted on Liberated Syndication, which is libsyn.com. Okay? That's right. Very important if you want to keep getting episodes of the Manapool, because I'm pretty sure, like I said, if I open it back up to be the entire backlog, then the FeedBurner feed won't update anymore, and it'll be like we died. But we didn't die. We're still here. Now,
at least 3 of us. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know about Mike just yet. Now, if that's a convenient excuse to stop listening, hey, more power to you. But if you would like to keep listening, then please check your podcasting app or program or whatever the hell it is you use. I still use iTunes and transfer them to an iPod, so I don't understand modern technology when it comes to podcasting these days. I'm sorry. Podcatcher. That's the word, I think. No, I'm pretty sure it's called a podcatcher.
Oh, really? Oh,
I think so.
I thought we were making a joke. Okay.
No. I'm pretty sure I know you. That's why I clarified. You'll also notice that the manapool.com is gone. Like, for realsies and serious now. I don't remember if I actually explained that at the end of the last episode. It's just extra work every week to make a post for the new episode. And it gets, like, no traffic. So if you were one of the few people that actually use the website, I do apologize, but I'm as a one-man show, and I don't mean the podcast. I mean all of the production of everything I do. It's just me. So
Right.
I'm really trying to streamline things as much as possible. I'm going to be removing the Facebook page once I am ready to delete my own Facebook account. So sometime in the next month or so. But you can still follow me on Twitter, and you can join the Discord. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can come follow the Twitch channel, so you'll know. You know, if you were using those to keep track of when videos went up or whatnot, you could just subscribe to the YouTube channel, and then it'll tell you automatically without having to deal with Facebook. So yay. And yeah. But since it's just another thing, also the manapool.com now points at our Linktree page, which is, Linktree is just a place to put links. So yeah, it's got all of the relevant links on it right there. Blam! Look at that. That's amazing. So yeah, trying to streamline as much as possible and cut out the things that are extra work without benefit. And I'm pretty sure we weren't getting any benefit from the website anymore since traffic was almost non-existent. And all it did, really what it meant was I had to make 2 thumbnails every week, and that was such a pain. Because if I could just shrink the thumbnail, that would be awesome. But because there were different aspect ratios, I couldn't. And so I had to redo the thumbnail every week. It was such a pain. It really was. But, yeah, so there you go. Check your RSS feed or your podcatcher or whatever. Make sure you're subscribed to the Libsyn account. And apologies for the website being gone, but lots of things don't even need websites anymore. And I think we're one of them at this point.
Sorry, not sorry?
Pretty much, yeah. And, like, there are a few fans who are like, oh, but this was on the website. I'm like, I don't care. Like, Brian's old core set was on the website. But I backed up the website. I've got a giant backup of it. It was less than a gig, actually, believe it or not.
And the old fill-in-the-blank Mad Libs?
Yeah, all of that I've still got. So they haven't actually gone anywhere. Just, you can't get to them anymore, but that's fine. Because honestly, how much of that were any of you going back to check out anyway?
Mm-hmm. It was a decent amount of work to make those, and some people probably enjoyed them, but it wasn't something we had done in a while. So
yeah, and also if you used to go to the website to listen to the podcast, which I know is a thing at least a few people did, well, you could still just listen to the podcast on a website on YouTube. Because it goes up on YouTube every week.
Yep.
So, yay. So those are the announcements to get out of the way first. Because I want to make sure everyone hears them. So, please check your podcatcher. Now, second announcement is I got my COVID vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
And you got the brand that only requires the one shot.
Yeah, because I'm a DoorDasher, and in this state, we'd hit the phase where DoorDashing essential whatever was up. I signed up to go to one of the mass vaccination sites. It was at the LJVM Coliseum Annex, actually. And I got the Johnson & Johnson one shot, which is a traditional, from what I remember, is a traditional like inert virus piece to train your immune system and how to do it. No fancy mRNA thing. It's just here, dump this into your body will go get it and learn how to kill it when it shows up again later. Nice. So I wanted to share because it seems like the Johnson & Johnson vaccine is, since it's the most recently approved here in the States, it's one that people don't know much about. And so in an effort to tell everyone what's going on, I have 2 stories to tell about it. One is mine and one is not mine. So I got the shot and it was awesome. She's like, you're going to feel a stick and a sting. or a stick and a burn or something, and I resisted the urge to ask her if she'd been talking to my old girlfriends. It's like, how did you know that's what I say? But
classy.
I think that she would have giggled at it because she seemed like that kind of person. But she was busy. And I felt a stick and a sting, and it was gone. And I went, nice. Arm wasn't even sore. After about 90 minutes, my arm got sore for like 15 minutes, and stopped being sore again. And I went, that's weird. All right. And then approximately 12-ish, little more than that, hours after I got my shot, I had just finished streaming. I was sitting here, well, not just finished, but I'd finished streaming, and I was sitting here at the desk in my office working on stuff, and I stood up to go pee, and I started shaking. And it was awful. And I realized, and I was afraid, honestly, I was having a seizure. But I realized that if I concentrated mentally and physically, I could stop it. Which means it wasn't shaking, it was the chills. Like, when you suddenly get really cold, you shake? Yeah. Except I felt like that walking back from the bathroom. And I went, this is really bad. I'm going to bed. So I shut everything down in here. I went to my room, and in an effort to get into bed quickly, I just threw on the jammies that I had laying there, which was a pair of shorts and a half-destroyed Swift shirt. Which, let me remind you that when you're cold, shorts and a half-destroyed shirt, not the best idea, but I did not feel like walking over to the dresser and pulling out different jammies, because I was cold. And I got under the covers, like 2 blankets, and laid there and just shook. It was the worst chills I've ever had in my life. Now, I figured it was the chills, which means I had a fever, which means my immune system is working, right?
One would think.
Yeah. I never felt feverish, though. Like, you feel kind of woozy or delirious or at one notable time, hallucinations. Like, none of that. Yeah. I felt, other than frozen and concerned about, I'm going to die. Like, who do I even call at 3 in the morning? Like, should I wake up the parents if I feel like I'm going to die? That seems awful. But Amanda lives right down the street. Maybe I could call her. Like, this was the thing. And I was having normal, just thoughts. Like, it wasn't like, woo! Nope. So, I eventually got the shakes under control after 2 hours or 2.5 hours or something of laying there. And I found out when I move any part of me, that part of me shakes again. I don't know how that works. Like, if I twitched my foot, my entire foot would shake. Because it got cold. I guess because my body got used to the way I was laying and was like, this is how we're going to stay. I don't know. It was very strange. But around about 5-ish in the morning, still hadn't slept, I realized I really had to pee. And my bladder was like, we're getting up. And I went, the hell we are. And then I went, wait a minute. I'm not shaking anymore. And I shifted a little bit. And one of the reasons, let me back up. One of the reasons I couldn't sleep is because I sleep on my stomach. I just do. That's how I get comfortable, and then I doze off. But any way that involves sleeping on my stomach, any position I could get in that would have been comfortable normally, caused my arm to start aching horribly. So I was just laying on my back with a slightly aching arm instead of horribly, just not sleeping. And I didn't even get the joy of feeling feverish. It's terrible. But I realized, going back to 5 o'clock, I realized I wasn't shaking anymore. And I went, awesome. My bladder's like, get up. I'm like, you go to hell. We just got this under control. I'm not leaving these covers. Well, at 5:30 on the dot, my bladder said, we are getting up. And I went, yes, we are getting up.
See, now I'm picturing you like Smeagol arguing with himself.
Pretty much, actually, yeah. I was like, no. I actually said out loud, no. But I managed to get up, walk to the bathroom, and relieve myself. It was no problem. And then I washed my hands, and I don't know if it was the cold water or what, but I felt the shakes coming on again. And I went, no! And I grabbed my fleece throw that's on the couch. I brought it with me, threw it on top of the covers, got under the covers. Now I have, like, 2 quilts and a fleece throw. And proceeded to lay there and just it was like a hot box. I just sweated all night. And all morning at this point, it turns out. Now, when my alarm at 11 o'clock to post a video went off, it woke me up. So that's good. At some point, exhaustion made me doze off. But I laid there for a long time after I got up to pee, just awake and frustrated. Like, I saw the sun come up. Like, it was bad. So I predict, I figure if I'm lucky, I got 2 hours of sleep that night, which means I was a complete wreck the next day. But only because I didn't sleep. By the time the 11 o'clock alarm got me up, I didn't feel bad anymore. I didn't have any more shakes. I was fine, except for having not slept the night before. Like, I almost DoorDashed that night, Monday night, and I decided against it. And I'm kind of glad that I didn't do that. But I spent the day sitting on the couch watching movies and stuff. Like, I was like, nope, I didn't sleep last night. I'm not going to go sit in the office and try to work. I'm just going to sit right here and relax and drink lots of fluid. And I did. And I was proud of me.
Sounds like a good call.
Yeah.
And it's not being lazy, because sometimes, and I know you've talked, especially last little bit, about the work ethic and what goes into working from home and being a content creator. Sometimes you feel like you have to justify, but that sounds like just a good thing that any doctor would tell you to do. So they're good on you.
And so that's my story. My friend Amanda got her shot the night before I got mine. So I got mine on Sunday afternoon. She got hers Saturday evening. Later Saturday evening, she got, quote, wine drunk with her friend Mary. Because apparently white people have to tell you what they drank. I got a message on Sunday. She's like, holy crap, I just woke up. And it was like 11 o'clock. I went, are you okay? She said, yeah, I got wine drunk with Mary last night. I'm like, why do white people always need to tell people what they drank? I don't give a damn that you were wine drunk or booze drunk or beer drunk. Like, what? She's like, shut up, Chewy. But anyway.
Because it sounds classier than hooch drunk?
I guess. Maybe. I don't know. Like, we all remember those people in college who would be like, dude, I was at this party and I drank, or, you'd be at somewhere and they'd be like, oh, I've already had this and this. And then, like, I don't care what you're drinking. Mm-hmm. Please never speak to me again, random person. But anyway. So yeah, she slept late that day. She said she was up for like an hour, and then she went back to sleep for like another 3.5, 4 hours. Because I was at the place getting the shot, and I'm like texting her. I'm like, so wait, is this outdoors? That doesn't seem like it makes any sense. Where are they doing all this? And I didn't realize where the inside part was. And I was just texting her. She wasn't responding. And I went, she didn't go back to sleep. And then like about 4 o'clock, she's like, I went back to sleep. I'm like, yeah, I know. But she had no side effects other than she slept a lot. And she's like, I didn't get that wine drunk, so I think it was just fatigue. Probably from the vaccine. I said, probably. So, there you go. Now, another friend of all of ours, Sarah, who we went to college with, got her Johnson & Johnson shot. And she had the exact same experience I did, it sounds like, of chills and aches and sweats and all of that. So, if you do, now, I would totally, it sucked. It sucked ass. And I would do it again in a second. Because getting us all vaccinated is way more important than my one night of sleep. But because, again, this seems to be the shot that most people haven't heard about side effects. Be aware that it might kick you in the ass and maybe take the next day off, or be prepared.
I have heard, and this I have gotten my first shot of 2, and I have heard from a couple people that had also gotten the same shot as me. That the first one isn't too bad. Maybe you'll be a little sore or something, but it's the second one that can wreak havoc on your system.
Now, which shot
And
did you get?
Pfizer.
Okay. My parents just got their second one 2 days ago. No,
Okay.
yesterday. I called them this morning to make sure they were all right. They managed to dodge all of the side effects. They don't
Good.
even have a
See?
sore arm with this one. And I went, nice.
So it seems to be very very personal, like individual responses.
Yep.
The district attorney's office, they all kind of got theirs around the same time, and literally at least 2 of them that I know of got theirs, their second ones on Tuesday, and one of them, and I'm not going to go into all this. I went into this a little bit in the pre-show, but one of them I was going to be having a trial with this week, and he was very blunt with me. He's like, I'm getting my second shot at 8 in the morning on Tuesday. I may not be in great shape on Tuesday. It um he not only came out fine, but actually we were able to resolve the matter another way without having to go to trial. So it worked out that way. But he also said, once again, that he didn't really have any of those effects. Now, another judicial official got their second shot on Tuesday, and they called out on Wednesday because they were like, I did not speak to them, but the response was, it hit them much harder than expected. So seems to be pretty subjective. My second one is scheduled for, by the time I should be done with work on Thursday the 1st of April. I should be able to finish up work at all the court that I know that I have, go in there, get my shot, and then I don't have anything on Friday. So
Good.
I can go home.
Just in case.
And exactly. So, yeah. Dirk, have you? Oh,
yeah, Dirk BRB'd.
I was gonna ask if. I mean, he's a teacher. I would hope that it's been made available to him. I got I got a notice back earlier in February that attorneys were going to be able to get them a little sooner, but you had to call a number to try to sign up for a mass event. And by the time I called, like I got the information, I called like 10 minutes later. They're like, yeah, we're booked. So the first shot I got was after the governor had said, okay, we're opening it up to essential workers that have contact with the public, which, as an attorney that meets with various members of the public on a daily basis, that's where we fall. I was able to get mine at Walgreens, and they went ahead and set me up for my second shot. Literally, they're like, all right, you're here today, and your second shot will be this day at this time. I'm like, cool.
Yeah. Now, there are some Walgreens where you can call them up and be like, hey, put me on the list for your leftovers, because some days they have vaccines left over that are going to expire if they don't stick them in someone. Mm-hmm. And Bill got his first one that way already. But Squee, for you know Bill, that we all know.
Yeah.
But the downside of that is at this particular Walgreens, they won't just schedule his second one until he said it something like about 3 days out. So because he was gonna take like a PTO day for the day after just in case. And he can't because he won't have time to get that all figured out and set up ahead of time. So
that's too bad.
But yeah. Now I told you the parents had no problem. My uncle got his the same day, his first and second shot the same day as them. Apparently the second Pfizer shot knocked him on his ass. But he's also not in good shape. Like he's still trucking after way too many years. He should have retired years ago. He's been kind of an alcoholic all of his life. So like he still smokes, I think. So he's just not in good shape just in general. And so it knocked him on his ass. Whereas my parents aren't in the best shape, but they're not in, horrible shape. Didn't have any. So that might have something to do with it.
Could be.
And Violet Moon threw 10 bits and said, is a judicial official like a rural juror? Rural juror. What? Violet, I hate you. But thank you for the bits. But yeah, I just wanted to do our public service announcement here and encourage everyone.
Yeah.
Get your vaccine when you're able.
Yep.
And if you end up, like, I've seen people that feel guilty about getting their shots early because I'm taking it away from someone who needs it. You're probably not, because they're probably just going to toss those.
Yeah, no, that is actually a thought that came to me was, and I had this thought back in January and early February when I'd heard that the Chief Justice was trying to get us moved up the chain. I'm like, on the one hand, I want to get this. I want to say that I'll be safe because everybody needs to do it eventually. But when the stories were shortages and when it was very slow to roll out, I had a very real thought of I'm not 40. I'm in great physical, well, not great. I mean, I'm not like Adonis, tiger blood and all that good stuff. But I'm decent. I don't have any major health concerns. And I think of somebody that's a little more immunocompromised or advanced age or anything like that. But when I had the opportunity to sign up, I said, okay, I'm doing this because I need to have it done. We all need to have it done eventually. I have this opportunity. Let me go ahead and do it. But I had that thought too. I really did. I think that I'm not going to say it's an illegitimate concern because that shows that you're thinking about other people. But
I mean, if you're lying on the questionnaire, then yeah, feel bad about it.
Yes,
you jackass. But like, if you're not intentionally jumping in line, it's fun. The idea is to get, I think was it 72 or some percent of the entire population vaccinated, and that's like the magic number for herd immunity for this particular virus, or at least the original strain. Damn it. Now remember, after you do get shots, continue to wear your mask and social distance, even after the month is up.
Yep.
Just keep doing what you're doing. You're just not in as much danger yourself as you were.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like there was a conversation in the Discord where I asked, is it safe for us to go to a movie theater again if we're vaccinated and the time has passed and whatnot? Someone's like, I would be afraid of getting looks if I'm not wearing a mask. I was like, why would you not be wearing a mask? Because I'm vaccinated. I'm like, you should still wear a mask when you're vaccinated. Yeah. And they were like, I know. It's like, this is just how my anxiety brain works. And I went, oh.
And again, we're all trying to come at this at different angles. So we're still going to be wearing masks for a little bit. It trips me out that the school that Sam goes to, the principal calls all the students, not individually, it's a mass recording kind of thing, but Sunday, and we get the call at about 4:00 and it says, hello, this is the principal and here's your announcements for the week, which I really like because it's like, hey, this is, it feels personal, it's what's going on. It drives me crazy that a couple times he has had to say, like, now we have masks for all the children, but we encourage you to, let your children bring their own because we're running out. And I'm like, it's been a year. Who doesn't have masks by this point? Like, Samantha has grown to the point that, like, the first mask we got her last year doesn't fit anymore because she's grown what feels like 1.5 feet. And
dude,
I'm like,
she has too. That's terrifying.
It is. Her hair. Today was rock star hair day, so she got to color her hair this morning before she went in. And I'm looking and I'm like, your hair's so long. And she's like, I know, because she got her hair cut like in February of last year and hasn't gotten it cut since then for obvious reasons. And we haven't cut it. And she always wanted to have long hair anyway. But I'm like, it's so long. But I'm like, what parent doesn't have masks for their kids? What have you been doing? So it's not about blame, it's just about blame.
But anyway, so
Right.
Before we end up spending even longer on this, we just wanted to make sure everyone was aware of some of the potential side effects, but you should still do it.
Yeah.
And really, because I tell stories, that's what I do.
Oh, just not spending a lot of time on this, but I should say, since I did get the Pfizer shot, yeah, I was told it was like the flu shot a little bit, and I should. You know how you get the flu shot. I know Chewy doesn't, but all us responsible people get the flu shot. Just kidding, just kidding, a little bit. And usually when I get a shot, the last thing I want to do is move my arm, but they injected it into, I think, your muscle or something like that. You are encouraged to move it around so that it doesn't get too sore. So I learned that I've tried to be more responsible. I've gotten the flu shot at least the last 3 or 4 years consecutively. So I got the shot, first COVID shot, and I'm moving my arm gradually throughout the day. And then once I had done this after work, so I'm in my office and I'm doing some work around here a little bit, whatever. And then went downstairs and had dinner. I was sitting on the couch watching TV for about 2 hours before bed, and I get up and I'm like, ooh, this didn't hurt, but it felt sore. And I was a little stiff moving around. Got up in the morning, and for the morning, it was like felt really uncomfortable. Like I most of the day I was like testing a little bit. Okay, I can move it up this far now, about 45 degrees. I can move it this far now. And then by the afternoon, definitely by the evening, I was fine. No fever, no other symptoms, just soreness. And I do think I mitigated it a bit by trying to keep the arm active. Although I do think I looked a bit odd if anybody looked into my car as I'm just going down the road and just kind of occasionally like, whoop, up with the arm, down, whoop. I mean, if you're paying that much attention, you get what you deserve, but might have been a little odd. And on that note, speaking of being odd, there's an even number of us now.
Wait, Mike's here?
True.
You didn't notice?
I thought you were just kind of commenting on how odd I am.
He showed up right as I was going into my symptoms. So,
yay, Mike's here.
Is he still 404? Oh, not anymore.
I just took it off.
Yeah. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike. If you were a Marvel superhero, which one would you be?
If I
look, that's all the warning we got.
Putting Mike on the spot is funny.
I would be. I don't know. There's been 100 different Spider-Men. Let's just choose one of them. I'm not going to tell you which one.
Dude, anyone could be under the mask. That's the whole point.
Is it one of the clones? Because I heard the Clone Saga was great.
Have you been talking to Bill?
No, I'm just quoting stuff I read online.
Bill actually liked the Clone Saga.
Okay.
Bill's a weirdo. So, Mike is here now, so we can actually talk about magic, because we've spent half an hour talking about mana pool stuff and then
everything else.
Getting vaccinated.
Mike, have you gotten a shot yet, or have you not been eligible?
No, I haven't. I'm in the last group. It hasn't started up yet.
Okay.
Okay. So.
All right.
Now we do our thing. First up. Oh, you know what? First up, let's do the preview thing.
Okay.
Or the schedule thing. So okay, go here. Oh, I need to remove this 404. Okay, there we go. Whoo. All right, so we've got release dates for the rest of the year. Strixhaven previews kick off next Thursday. And it comes out on the 15th. Oh, it releases on the 15th on Arena and Moto. And then April 23rd for Tabletop. So just over a month. And then for the rest of the year, we've got Modern Horizons 2. Oh, God. I'd completely forgotten this was even a thing. That comes out June 11th. Oh, wow. Okay. And then an actual standard legal set. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons Adventures in the Forgotten Realms.
Yeah, so this one is
standard legal, but not canon for story. So weird.
So weird.
Like I don't understand.
Yeah,
Whatever.
why not make it canon?
I don't know, because
Cowards.
well, so in playing D&D and getting revved up and watching videos and all that, I understand that Wizards has put out material relating to running Theros and other planes in your D&D group, so it's already going the one way. What? Okay, I. But
Okay,
it's a standard legal.
We already had that whole conversation once before.
We did. I know, it's still confusing though. Anyway.
But that comes out July 16th.
Yes.
So a month after Modern Horizons 2. Okay. And then we have the 2 Innistrad sets, which we have names for now. Innistrad Midnight Hunt. Ooh. That's the werewolfy one. Comes out September 17th. When was this? July 16th. So 2 months after that. And then we get Innistrad Crimson Vow November 19th, so 2 months after that. Whoa, we getting standard legal sets every 2 months?
So the lore drop here is that Crimson Vow, from Vow, features the biggest vampire wedding in Innistrad history. I'm just wondering who it could be.
Oh, that's going to be a hell of a party.
Yeah, you're right. These are just 2 months apart. Are they small sets or?
Maybe.
There was more information about this several months ago when they first announced all these, but I don't.
Remember. I want to say, I want to say that they were actually 2 full-size sets.
I think they are 2 full-size sets. Yeah.
I mean, I'm a big fan of vampires, just from a lore standpoint, but I have a very fond memory of the werewolves as some of the first double face cards. So just a fascinating mechanic. So I don't know. I have enjoyed the Innistrad sets thus far. Really enjoyed the what was it? The merge cards, or the ones that flipped over and like you combined them, like the angel that turned, the 2 angels that turned into the giant.
What are those called? I never physically played with them, so I can't remember.
The only time I have ever seen the angel actually combined, Sam was playing my EDH deck against me and made it work, and cackled so hard and proceeded to beat me into the ground with this angel horror monstrosity thing.
Chat, what the hell were those called?
Yeah. Save us.
Save
You're
us.
Our only hope.
Was it Meld?
Meld.
Okay.
Is that right?
Sounds about right.
But so I would love to see something like that again. I know that was kind of unique, and we had this whole cosmic horror thing going on because it was Eldrazi, because of course it was. So.
Yes, they were milled.
Okay.
Good.
Right. So, looking forward to those. And, as someone that has recently gotten into the D&D a little bit, I am also curious to see what Adventures in the Forgotten Realms looks like. Like, how do they capture that flavor? So, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
so there you go. I doubt if we will spend, honestly, super much time on Modern Horizons 2.
Seems
like here on this show.
Likely. Yeah.
But
I mean,
I'm sure we will spend a good amount of time on each of the others.
Yeah. Well, and Modern Horizons 1, I mean, at least it wasn't like a lot of reprints. You had interesting cards like Yawgmoth in card form. So you had some interesting stuff. So we'll see what's in it. But I'm with Chewy. It's going to be much more of a card by card. Like, do we like this or not?
Like the first one was obviously made solely to. which I know everything is made solely to sell things, but like it kind of ruined Modern for a while when it first released. So
Yeah.
they obviously didn't put as much thought in the first one as they probably should have. So, But all right, so that's the timeline for the rest of the year for full sets. There's going to be a billion other random releases and secret layer drops and FOMO and
I'm sure.
whatever.
Yeah.
And dog shaking. We're going to get some. I hope that was a dog shaking.
That was a dog shaking.
Okay, thank
He woke
God.
up.
Because if not, that means there's someone behind me. Okay, so
Are you shaking a dog?
Mike, next time you're gonna shake a dog, please mute. So let's get into this. There was an article posted yesterday, as of the day we're recording this, stepping into the multiverse with Magic Legends, and it's got videos about Magic Legends. Now, Magic Legends, you remember, is it's coming into open beta on the 23rd.
23rd, next Tuesday, as of when we're recording this.
Next Tuesday. Okay, cool. And it's the Diablo style Magic video game that's been in the works for damn ever.
Mm-hmm.
And around about the time people started, at least people that I could see, started assuming that it was vaporware like all the other Magic things, a closed beta happened. And people went, what? And Gothic was in it. And I asked him before we started the call, I was like, hey, you still under NDA? He goes, I don't think so. It goes into open beta like next week. I was like, you want to come on the show and talk about it? And he's like, I feel like crap, so no. I went, well, damn. So, 1, hope Gothic feels better. 2, damn it, Gothic. So, because it would have been nice to get like the first person perspective here, but
Yeah.
it's possible that he is still under NDA until the actual open beta drops. So it's probably for the best.
Probably.
But there are a few videos here about this, so I thought we would actually do something completely different for us and actually watch these or listen to them if you're listening to the audio section on the show while we talk about what's going on.
Okay.
So
I have not seen these, so...
Yeah, so there's What to Expect in Open Beta, which I don't know if we need to watch that one.
I mean, it's up to you.
Maybe. But there's deck building fundamentals and equipments and Taylor? What?
Equipment and Taylor. Yep.
All right. Can I see this in like a taffeta? Like a pink taffeta. Like that kind of Taylor? It's like, could you hem my pants leg for me, please? I tripped over it while I was fighting a basilisk. Like, what the hell, Taylor? But
We'll have to watch the video to find out.
Lord. So, dorks, if you all have it open, we will hit the play button on... I guess we'll start with the first one and see what it looks like it's going to be.
Okay.
So, what to expect in open beta. So, wait. Okay, when you hit play, it just starts going. So, I'll count it down. Everybody good?
Yes.
Yep. Yes.
3, 2, 1, go. Perfect world.
I may not be old enough for this.
Oh, God, that's loud. Okay, I think that's a good volume.
Greetings, Planeswalkers.
Greetings.
I'm Steve Ricosa, the executive producer at Cryptic Studios for
These
Magic
spells
Legends.
look cool as hell.
The wait is
that a
almost
dragon?
over, and the PC Open Beta
Looks
begins
like a dragon.
next week for our spell slinging online action
Is that
RPG.
of course it was a
based
dragon. I
on
meant to
the
say
Magic the Gathering
Shivan,
franchise.
but my brain
We're super
left that word
excited
out.
for you all to join us in the multiverse.
I was
I'm here
like,
to give you a quick lowdown on what you can expect in our Open Beta.
That looked like a giant purple demon.
Ooh, which one though? That's the real question.
For our team at
Crystal
Cryptic
Brand.
Studios, Open Beta means collaborating
Oh,
with Magic
look at that
fans,
Hedron.
action RPG lovers, and
That's
gamers
cool.
of all different backgrounds to create a
So
new
as you can
and
see, it's
powerful
very
gameplay experience.
Diablo-y. Now, if
This
you're listening to the
beta
audio
period
version
will
of
allow
this,
us to work
please
directly with you to fine-tune
follow the
game
link
as we
and
move
watch along
closer
with
to
us.
Full launch later this year. Through the open beta, you can expect to cast more than 170 spells while playing 5 classes across 5 regions of the multiverse,
That's a lot
each
of
with their own
spells.
unique storylines and
That is a lot of
campaigns.
spells.
I'm excited to share that beginning with open beta,
Oh, is that a
there will be no more
Stampede
progress
or
wipes. The
Overrun,
Planeswalker you
maybe?
create on March 23rd can explore the multiverse and continue to grow through launch and beyond.
Okay.
As you embark on your journey in Magic Legends,
Look
you'll
look
begin
at these
with
lizards.
Dragoon, your starting class.
Jump.
Harness the power of light and order as the Sanctifier. Demonstrate the cool, calm intellect of the Mind Mage.
Oh.
Exert powers of reanimation as
So
the
the
Necromancer.
classes are set by the
Wield
color
might of
and
the
vice
elements as the
versa.
Geomancer. Or control the
seems that
ferocity
way.
of the wild with the Beastcaller. Each class
So
has a
because Brian
distinct
started
set
talking,
of
I
base
missed the name
powers
of the
made up
Black
of their
Mage,
primary
but-
attack, utility, and secondary abilities, which are each enhanced as you level up.
But yeah,
Regardless
and I
of
think
which class you choose first,
eventually
you can
there
unlock
will be
the other classes
multi-classes.
and freely swap between them in your loadout as you
Oh,
progress through the
Necromancer.
multiverse.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think
Choose
eventually
Revelation
there will
for
be
tabletop
multi-classes
roots.
that are multicolored.
Magic Legends shakes up action RPG gameplay by including a
Makes
rotating
sense,
hand of spells,
but this is the
which are
beginning of the
continuously
game,
drawn from
so-
a deck of 12 spells that you can prepare and customize.
Yeah, it's still a beta,
As you
so
fight
they're,
your way
they're
across
just
the
trying to make
multiverse,
sure everything
you'll be able
doesn't
to
suck.
unlock, build around,
Yeah.
and upgrade a variety of creature summons, powerful sorceries, or long-lasting enchantments,
Ooh.
experimenting with the different playstyles and themes represented through
Ooh,
Magic's
it's
5
very-
colors of mana.
It's very pretty.
In addition to spells, progression in
very
Magic
pretty.
Legends comes in the form of collecting and upgrading artifacts and equipment. Open Beta will feature over 50 artifacts, which will unlock unstoppable deck synergies through increased damage and triggered effects.
Oh,
While there will be
okay.
over 160 unique pieces of equipment that will allow you to specialize stats and elevate your loadout to new heights.
That makes
With the
sense.
separate elements of classes, spells, artifacts, and equipment, all combining into a loadout, there are nearly limitless combinations and playstyles you can unlock and experiment with. Whether you want a straightforward approach or have a very specific theme in mind, these loadout components enable you to play your way.
Oh, have it
In
your
open
way.
beta, Magic Legends will transport you across the multiverse to the lush jungles of Zendikar, the
Nice.
gothic townships of Innistrad,
Nice.
and the storied, diverse regions of Dominaria.
Ooh.
Each of these locations has a unique group of inhabitants and its own narrative that will converge and expand into one larger story with the major updates we'll release over time.
That was an Avenger of Zendikar boss.
For added challenge, Magic Legends will feature a total of 4 difficulty levels. Normal difficulty is the default setting. Hard mode increases enemy health and damage while adding optional regional enchantments to encounters, while expert and master difficulties ramp up enemy health and damage even more while requiring regional enchantments. For the most difficult challenge and greatest rewards, you can complete missions on master difficulty with up to 3 world enchantments. These world enchantments maximize difficulty
So
and
it's like the,
maximize your
the Pact
potential
of
reward.
Punishment for Hades.
Despite
sounds
all
like.
of the perils that await you in the multiverse, you don't need to face them alone. You can choose to form a party and adventure with up to 2 additional planeswalkers,
Wow.
and even fight alongside other players and groups in regional overworlds. These overworlds house mythic encounters and challenging world bosses that require more planeswalkers and more firepower to complete. If you care to test your mettle and build
Giant
and piloting
spider.
decks against other planeswalkers,
thank you.
we will also have 1v1 PvP duels available during open beta, which we will
Oh,
continually
okay.
monitor and balance to ensure a healthy level of competition.
It's going to be PvP too. That's neat.
While this is just the beginning of our story, we have so much more in store for Magic Legends. We have over 25 years of Magic history to build on, and many more stories to tell.
Ralph,
All
get
while
up.
expanding your
We've got
arsenal of
stuff to do.
classes, spells, and other features with each post-launch update. Make sure to follow us on our social channels so you're up to date on all the latest news from Magic Legends. Thanks again for following us on our journey so far, and as always, I'll see you in the multiverse.
Okay. So that's cool. There's that Avenger of Zendikar
Yeah.
boss again. Ugh. Okay, so Mike, put this in Diablo terms. Your because I don't play Diablo. So what's the okay? So your equipment is gonna be like armor and whatnot.
Yeah, equipment is equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does Diablo have a artifacts type thing?
Yeah, that would be part of the equipment, wouldn't it?
Yeah, sometimes the equipment has special enchantments on it, and then you can also, like later in the game, you can unlock a feature where you can add enchantments to yourself from legendary items that you found, and just have them on without having to be wearing the legendary item.
Okay.
So it's kind of like that, and depending on how they interact with the spells, it could also be kind of like the rune system for the skills, where you can apply, you can choose, you have a set of different runes associated with your skills. You can choose which one to apply to make them, slightly different, set up a slightly different play style based on the special effects.
Okay, yeah, the runes was what I was expecting. Yeah, I figured that Diablo had to have something like that. So, okay, so your spells. We'll get to that in a minute. Your spells is your deck, which is essentially your character class abilities.
Yeah,
right.
And your equipment is equipment, and then the artifacts apparently alter things, add damage to abilities, or make things play differently, or make you harder, better, faster, stronger, whatever.
Yeah, I assume they'd have, like I was talking about, if like to put it in actual Diablo terms, the Canized Cube for people out there who are listening.
The Herodric's Cube?
No, Canized Cube.
Okay.
The one that
So the one thing I saw that was kind of neat was that they talked about 170 plus cards. It looks like in Diablo, you have the 4 abilities that you cast to do things. That it looked like there's a similar system to it, but I think it's a bit more customizable. Maybe that's one of the things about it with you unlocking the spells and everything.
Well, I think that we'll probably be getting into that with the next video when it talks about. Oh wait, no, that's equipment and deck building fundamentals. So,
yeah,
it sounded like in the video they said that you have a deck and the spells that are available for you to use at any given time are kind of drawn randomly. So maybe it's like that one Kingdom Hearts game.
Yeah, you have I think it's a 12 card deck, and whenever you use an ability, it goes back into the deck, and you draw another one.
So you've got 12 things you sort of just cycle through.
Yeah. Hey, Al, thank you for that. Holy crap, 43-month resub.
Oh, wow.
That is a lot. He said it's a lot. I don't know if he's talking about the resub or if he's talking about what we're talking about, but either way, it's a lot. So go to 2 minutes, 22 seconds in the video and pause. Well, yeah, while it's paused.
I'm just looking at your screen on the Twitch, so I see exactly what you're looking at.
Yeah, I'm looking at the artifacts screenshot here. We've got Thornbite Altar in a legendary spot. In the greater spot, we've got Totem of Wild Growth and Blooming Totem. And then down in the lesser spot, we've got Potion of Vigor, Behemoth Charm, and Totem of Jiraga. So it looks like your artifacts are things that you apply to yourself in different spots to have different effects. And it's got the Eye of Lost Dreams highlighted. And over here it says plus 38 blue mana sorcery potency, which is damage output of blue mana sorcery spells, and plus 38 black mana sorcery potency. And then below that it says unlocks at rank 10 plus 125 blue mana creature potency, which is damage output of blue mana creatures.
So these are artifacts you level up, not just on.
Yeah, it said something about ranking up artifacts, and yeah, you can see over here on the side they've got Potion of Vigor, rank 6, Tracing Aromatic, rank 6.
Okay, so maybe these are most similar, since you can rank them up, maybe they're most similar to the legendary gems in Diablo.
Oh, wait a minute. I keep missing. They actually scrolled down to... No! Oh, it's only there for like 2 frames. There we go. The Vial of Renewal says plus 75 sorcery healing potency, which is the healing output of sorceries. And at rank 10, it gets plus 125 white mana sorcery potency. So damage output of white mana sorcery spells. So the different artifacts have different effects at different ranks, not just more of the same. So instead of it's plus 75 sorcery healing, and at rank 10, it's plus 125 sorcery healing. No, it's damage output at rank 10.
Right.
You look at the South of Winter.
And the Gem of the Butcher has plus 88 Soul Steal potency, which is healing when killing a creature. And at rank 10, it gets black mana creature and red mana creature potency. Oh.
Neat.
Oh, and what's that do?
Is plus 75 control duration potency. So outgoing control effects. And at rank 10, it's plus 125 blue mana source potency.
So wait.
So
outgoing control effects. You think that's like duration of
like
AoEs?
You're in control of something.
Control, it might mean
or
like
it could
charms,
mean
stuns.
Actual...
Do what? Like that. It might mean things like charms and stuns.
That's true, yeah. Huh. So that's cool. The Shard of Power is Spark Recharge rating. So your Spark meter recharge rate is faster. Huh. And plus 50 chromatic sorcery potency, which is damage output of all sorcery spells, regardless of color, apparently. Huh. Okay.
Seems appealing.
That says Hallowed Sanctuary. Did you do that one?
Not yet.
Well, I mean, he, yeah.
Huh. Oh, Health Globe potency, the Balm of Restoration. Healing received from Health Globes. Oh, so there are things that pop out to heal your character.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Soldier's Handbook is red mana sorcery potency, and at rank 10, a lot more white mana sorcery potency. So, like, why would those be on the same artifact if multicolored things weren't possible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, your starting class probably just affects your starting spell list and what you're allowed to branch out into. And you probably have
It could be that this stuff is available in the beta, and not necessarily just monocolored.
And you might have a shared inventory for all. Well, that's too much speculation. If you have a shared inventory of all this stuff between your characters, that might also explain this.
Also true. That would be nice, so you didn't have to collect everything again for each character. Oh god. But again, that's all speculation. On Zendikar Volume 1, plus 53 green mana creature health and red mana creature health. Oh, okay, so this can buff all kinds of stuff. The Seer's Crystal, black mana creature potency, okay. The Gamafada Idol is creature potency and later creature health, okay. Chromatic sorcery potency, okay. Haunted Amethyst is sorcery. Haunted Amethyst is black and white sorcery potency, okay. Oh, there's Hallowed Sanctuary. Oh, this is totally different. What is this? Whenever you cast an enchantment spell costing white mana, creatures you control gain, whenever this creature dies, create a copy of rank 1 Divine Wrath at its location for 10 seconds. So when you've got creatures out and you cast Hallowed Sanctuary, they all of your white creatures get that. Whatever that means.
You have Hallowed Sanctuary up in your relics or whatever the heck this is. And whenever you cast an enchantment, it adds the effect to your creatures.
Sorry, right.
Hallowed Sanctuary isn't a spell.
Right, my bad. And it apparently also gives plus 250 sorcery healing potency. And it says Divine Wrath rank improved for each sorcery spell in your deck. Oh. So it's rank 1 Divine Wrath if you've only got the one sorcery in your deck. Okay, just the way all of the stuff is interconnected is crazy and makes me happy. Oh yeah, and it's putting it in the one legendary spot here. Okay. Oh, and it even zoomed in. I just missed all of that while we were talking earlier. Or while it was playing earlier, because it's only on screen for like a second. Okay, then. And then the equipment, like we've got the Helm of Josuves, which is a mythic head item. When you activate your spark power, you can get 8 2/2 black zombie knight tokens for 31 seconds. Oh. Or you can activate your secondary for a 4% chance, or when you activate your secondary, I guess, you have a 4% chance to deal 960 damage to nearby foes. Is that what that looks like? It's at 2 minutes 30. Huh. It's got chance 4 with an up arrow %. So I guess anytime you activate whatever activate your secondary means, then this has just a chance to trigger and wreck stuff.
Probably.
And it also has white mana resist, so you resist damage from white things. That's so cool. And the Nemesis Mask. Hey, Nemesis Mask! Full health and deal damage. You have a 17% chance to taunt all nearby foes for 5 seconds. When you activate Mana Surge, you gain 35% Reflect for 10 seconds. And it's plus 97 Health Globe potency. Wow, this stuff is fascinating. Okay, should we get to the deck building before we end up sitting here all night?
Let's do the deck building video.
Yeah, let's do the deck build. Okay, so here we go. Gonna hit play. You guys all queued up, ready to go?
Queued up, ready to go.
And also, you listeners, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, perfect order.
Hi, I'm Adam Hitaney. I am the design lead on Magic Legends here at Cryptic Studios. And Magic Legends is an online action RPG where you step into the role of a powerful, magic-wielding planeswalker to take on the ancient forces of destruction threatening to tear the multiverse apart. So in order to overcome these challenges, players will need to master deck building to construct a deck of powerful, synergistic spells capable of standing up to these emerging threats to the multiverse.
Whoa. I want to cast Magic Missile.
Much like the card game that inspired us, in Magic Legends, a Planeswalker's spell deck is their magical ability manifested into powerful spells. Your deck is composed of 12 unique spells that your Planeswalker can cast during combat, with 4 of these spells being available at a time, cycling randomly after use. These spells are chosen from among Magic's 5 colors of mana, each with their own distinctive mechanics and characteristics. For instance, white spells manifest the restorative power of light in order to heal allies. Blue spells cloud the minds of opposing enemies and exert control on the battlefield. Black spells tap into necromantic power to reanimate the dead and drain life. Red spells harness destructive elemental forces to deal direct damage. Green spells embrace the ferocity of the wild to summon and nourish massive creatures.
That
so
had to be
not
a battle.
only is your deck your arsenal of spells, it also defines your overarching strategic approach on the battlefield. It's your army, your defenses, and your firepower all in one. When you embark on your journey through the multiverse, you will begin with a pre-constructed deck tied to the color of your selected Planeswalker class. While this might be your starting deck, however, branching out to include other colors and swap out spells will be key to your progression and crafting your own ultimate deck.
Multicolor.
Over the course of your adventure, you will discover, earn, and collect new spells that you can use to customize your spell deck. Any class can build and use any deck, regardless of the color themes associated with each. So
nice.
You might have selected the blue-aligned Mind Mage class, but you might find yourself not playing any blue spells at all, instead opting for a red-green deck and still be highly effective in the game. So certain colors naturally complement each other, like white's healing powers and black's life-draining abilities. You can combine these together to sustain you and your creatures on the battlefield. As you progress through the multiverse, you'll find and earn spell pages of specific spells. When you collect enough spell pages, you harvest enough ether from mission content, then you'll be able to upgrade your spell's rank and in turn their effectiveness up to a maximum level of 10. The spells that you collect fall into 3
Those
categories.
are big numbers.
Creature spells are the army of magical beings that you can summon and bend to your will. You might summon massive beasts, resplendent angels, hordes of the undead, or any number of other creatures from around the multiverse. Enchantment spells create an ongoing effect for a set amount of time, which can synergize with other spells that you're casting. Sorcery spells are single-use powers which can quickly turn the tides of battle in your favor. Bathe your foes in dragonfire, nourish your summoned creatures, or simply mind control enemies on the battlefield.
He's just talking about magic at this point.
As with tabletop Magic the Gathering, spells also come in 4 different rarities: common, uncommon, rare, and mythic rare. You may find that you want to build decks with a focus on spells of higher rarities and then supplement your deck with spells of lower rarities to complement its core mechanics. For example, the Goblin Rush enchantment creates a 1/1 goblin whenever you cast a sorcery. You
Oh my
pair this with
god.
the Goblin Warlord, who grants +1/+0 to all your creatures, and then also grants swiftness to all your goblins. Additionally, you want to keep a large number of low to medium cost damage sorcerers in your deck to keep churning out those goblins. Though the possibilities for deck construction are near limitless, there are some restrictions. Currently, decks are limited to spells of 1 or 2 colors at a time. 2-color deck building is unlocked early in your game in your own personal meditation realm. Creature summon spells are restricted by a total of 12 creature points in your deck. The more significant impact a creature will have on the battlefield, the higher its creature point count will be. That means that you decide whether to focus on fewer, tougher summons or more numerous but individually weaker ones, which can totally determine your approach on the battlefield.
Like a white weenie.
With these deck building
Yeah,
basics under your belt,
exactly.
you should be ready to craft the ultimate spell deck and take on any forces that threaten the multiverse. Thanks for joining us, and remember to follow us on socials and our website for the latest updates on Magic Legends. We'll see you in the multiverse.
So I like the idea of giving a points ranking system to the creatures so that you don't have as much, at least early on. We'll see, as I'm sure there will be additional releases and new cards and things like that, new spells, but less of an emphasis on just having the best, the biggest stuff, and more about, getting a wide spread or supplementing. If you have some really big creatures, having to supplement it with more spells or other things than just, yeah. I like that idea.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. Where did we see? Okay. Like the Earth Elemental is... Hey, YouTube crap. I can't see how many points that is, damn it.
Can impact the
The
creature
Earth
will have on the
Elemental is
battlefield,
3
the
points.
higher its creature
the
point
Emberlings are
count
2
will be.
points. Okay.
Yeah.
But Earth Elemental is a 4-mana 3/5, it looks like. Whereas the Emberlings are 4-mana 3/2/1s. Huh, okay. I guess power and toughness is just a way to show quickly how much damage they deal and how much damage they take. Because obviously things don't have 1 HP.
Yeah, I think it's
It's like a rank.
Yeah, it's a representation versus an actual value.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm good with that.
Yeah, well, yeah. This is okay. The only thing thus far that worries me is going to be the monetization. But that's always the worry with anything that says magic on it.
Yeah.
So what else do we think about the deck building? So it's
I like it. It does say that you unlock multicolor early on in your story.
yeah.
And I like it. Does sound like right now you're limited to monocolor and 2-color, right?
Yeah, you cannot go more than 2.
Yeah.
We didn't.
But he also used the
see-
words right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We didn't see, or you let me know if you did see any gold spells.
No.
Okay.
I didn't notice any while
No, there
we
were
were
not.
scrolling through these.
They're all monocolor.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah, again, we're still in... Oh, like, as of this point, we're not even in open beta yet, so that makes sense to just give a simplified version.
Yeah. That's...
Yeah.
I have a feeling that gold and more than 2 colors and all that is... It's sort of like Magic, like alpha and beta. You don't need gold color cards. you just get monocolor cards and you can make a deck.
Yeah, exactly. Besides, all of the things that we're used to, like, multicolored spells and whatnot, that can be patches later that renew people's interest in playing, which for a game like this, that's kind of important. So,
yep.
That's going to be, and when you're asking about, monetization, everything, then DLCs, regular DLCs that are coming out maybe every 3 months, here, $7, $8.
Well, no, the game is free to play.
Okay.
So I don't know if it'll have like DLCs like that or not.
There will be a way to spend money.
Oh, obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, to buy packs of shards of spells or whatever.
Yeah, because they said that you unlock spells when you collect enough of that spell's shards. So you can play the game long enough and probably be patient and unlock them that way. Or if you're like, I want this shiny spell now, maybe either you'll be able to buy it directly or you will buy a pack of cards. Pack of shards. And hopefully, based on the rarities that he said, there's a chance of getting what you want. So that's something I've learned.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, it says you've got a deck of 12 spells. And when you use mana to cast one of the 4 spells in your hand, you get a new random spell from your deck. So every time you cast a spell, you get a new one.
So it goes through those 12 cards and it'll randomly pick one of the 12 as your 4 options.
Yeah.
That means there probably aren't any draw spells in this game, so I don't know how I feel about this anymore.
Well, don't worry, Mike. I'm sure there's going to be a way.
There'll be a demon.
For your demons to kill you.
Will do something.
Yep. It'll be like, hey, don't summon this creature. It'll kill you. And he'll be like, where do I sign up?
I wonder what the different...
There's got to be a trick to this.
I wonder what the different classes do. He said, like, you could be a Mind Mage, and then it showed the Mind Mage using a red-green deck.
Yeah.
I'm like, so what does the class itself do? That's a thing we don't actually know much yet.
No. Yeah. And part of me wonders how much of it is practical and how much of it is aesthetic. Because maybe...
Yeah, they probably have some kind of inherent abilities, because you saw in the videos where you're also making, like, physical attacks against the enemies just from casting your spell.
Yeah, that's a good point. Any thoughts this might come to mobile and maybe a graphically scaled down version? I mean, we haven't even gotten the game yet. I guess if it does well, they might try that. I have no idea. Mobile versions are mobile things are way more powerful than they were back in the day, so...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I would feel like it just depends on whether the controls can carry over well.
Yeah. Like, I could totally see them trying to put it on Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I wonder if it'll have controller support. Oh, that would just make me a happy Chewy. Like, you could play with a controller in Diablo on Battle.net, right?
You can't.
I don't know about the Battle.net settings, but I know there are console versions. Yeah.
Well, I know there are console versions, but where you have to play with a controller. But it seems like they would allow that to happen somehow.
Yeah.
Because some of us...
I don't play the controller, so I don't know.
Well, some of us aren't, horrible bastards, and we play video games with a video game controller like God intended. Keyboards are for typing. Controllers are for controlling. Duh. Anyway, you want to watch the last one? Let's watch the last one.
Is there one more or two more?
No, the last one is just 17 or so seconds of just some graphics.
Oh, okay.
So just the last big one. So This is Equipment and Taylor.
And Taylor. Yes.
I don't understand that. So let's go. 3. Everybody good?
Yep.
Okay, 3.
Yes.
2, 1, go. perfect world again. Wow.
Greetings, Planeswalkers. I'm Adam Mataney, design lead for Magic Legends, and today I'm excited to give you a breakdown of the highly requested brand new gear system, otherwise known as equipment in Magic
Gear,
Legends.
that's the word that I wasn't using earlier. It does say equipment in Taylor. What does that
Through
mean?
our closed alpha test in 2020, we gathered a lot of player feedback that while our spell and artifact loot was an interesting approach to player progression in the Magic multiverse, these features couldn't fully replace a gear system in an action RPG. So, we took another pass at our itemization to develop a gear system that makes defeating enemies and completing missions that much more rewarding, while avoiding overbearing loot drops and inventory management.
Oh, thank you.
Magic Legends will feature 6 slots for equipment, allowing Planeswalkers to improve character stats and collect new appearances. Your characters will be able to mix, match, and maximize pieces of gear for their head, body, arms, and feet, as well as 2 accessory slots. Equipment pieces come in 4 rarities: common, uncommon, rare, and mythic rare, just like tabletop Magic. The stat bonuses from equipment will focus on improving overall combat ability and survivability through effects like increased damage potency, mana color specific damage reduction, soul stealing to consume the life force of fallen enemies, to name just a few.
Delicious.
Beyond these basic stat bonuses, equipment will provide triggered effects through their mods, which synergize with spells and artifacts, deepening the level of loadout customization. For example, I've just completed a mission and earned the Nemesis Mask as a reward. I've now unlocked a usable gear piece and its appearance in the Taylor. By default, this item has 3 mods. Its core mod grants a % chance to taunt enemies when I damage them while at full health. It also has 2 adaptive mods, one of which increases my resistance to blue mana spells and enemies, and another that increases the potency of health globes. My core mod for taunting enemies will have a significant impact when combined with something like the Molten Shell spell and the Geomancer's melee-centric ability kit, as I'm receiving shield over my health bar and dealing a lot of damage up close to enemies who are forced to continually attack me. All gear you collect is a single core mod and 1 or more adaptive mods.
The
core mods are
Geomancer's
fixed and cannot be
melee.
swapped out, while adaptive mods can be interchanged. To keep your equipment collection focused, duplicate pieces of gear don't need to be sold to a vendor.
Oh, good.
Instead, you will either unlock a new adaptive mod or earn an upgrade material for that specific piece of equipment. These materials can then be used to improve the stats of a mod on that equipment. For example, after defeating some enemies, I have just received another Nemesis Mask. I see that this particular version of the Nemesis Mask has an adaptive mod for plus secondary ability potency, which I didn't have before. So I've now unlocked this adaptive mod and can choose to replace the existing blue mana resistance with this brand new secondary ability potency in that first adaptive mod slot.
This looks customizable.
Aside from stats, everyone knows that looking cool is the greatest way to increase your character's effectiveness. In Magic Legends, equipment not only gives you access to a wide variety of items for enhanced performance, but it also unlocks new cosmetic options.
Everything
to
purple.
access your unlocked appearances and update your outfit, simply visit a tailor, found in the hub area of each region. In addition to costume changes, the tailor also allows for adjustments to a character's body, face, skin color, hairstyle, and more. With this new equipment system complementing deck building and artifacts, preparing Planeswalker loadouts is an even deeper experience, and we're so excited for you all to start theory crafting incredible builds.
I'm getting ready to go to the beach
We've
this
got
summer.
more awesome stuff coming as we prepare for
going
open beta,
plan.
so make
Should
sure
I go
to follow us on our socials
to
for
make
all
sure
the
my
latest
body's
news
in
and
good
updates
shape?
on Magic Legends. I'll see you
I mean,
in
like,
the
take a
multiverse.
little off the middle. Wow.
Huh, okay.
Super customizable. Very, very, very good thing. One of the upsides that I always liked about Diablo was that, you were always finding new equipment and comparing it to the equipment you had. And you might then pick up something that's really, really good and has all these additional abilities, but maybe what you already have, even though maybe it doesn't deal as much damage, it synergizes with some of your spells or abilities a little better. So it's a choice. And then you got things like, set bonuses where, and we haven't seen that here, but like where if you get all of a particular Dirk's armor pieces, then it unlocks a bonus for having all of them. So that could be something you could see here. But I like how you can have the same named equipment, but it has potential for some randomization with some of the stats, some of the abilities. It makes it harder. Anything that makes it harder to have a default best set is a good thing, I think, because you don't want everybody running around with the exact same setup. As little like just having the default best is as possible, I think would be good. So.
And yeah, it also, he answered one of my questions. I said he said something about the Geomancer's ability kit, which means each class does have inherent abilities, and that's so cool. That means that the deck of spells that you're using is only part of your character.
Yeah.
So probably some of those abilities that you saw each character using aren't spells. They're just things that class can do. And that's what this thing means, like, when activate secondary. That's going to be your secondary ability for your class, is what that means. And Mana Surge, I'm guessing that each class has something called a Mana Surge that does something different.
There was, I think it was in the last video, the equipment, not that one, the deck building fundamentals. I was pretty sure I saw a graphic where what looked like a lotus petal or something like appeared over some of the characters. So I wonder if that's like a Mana Surge or a Rush of Mana or something like that. So, because that's what lotuses have done. And of course, all of this is done with the lore in the backdrop of Magic, and kind of using the Magic aesthetic, and I like that.
Oh,
something that they've done a good job of is world building. So
here's Dominate. Going back to the deck building video, take control of target foe creature for 15 seconds.
Aha.
And that's at rank 1. Is 15 seconds. So that's a thing that will get better as you go. That's cool.
Yep.
And then, yeah, this last video is just some... Oh, Jesus God. It's so loud. This last video is just 14 seconds of just some graphics of characters. There's Josuves, and there's Ralzeric. And that's it. So...
And it does say toward the bottom that the story takes place after the mending, but before Hour of Devastation. So you don't have like Nicol Bolas rolling up on Ravnica and the Elder Spell and all that jazz, and him being locked away. So I'm sure he's going to be doing stuff. The Eldrazi could come into play because they were released and locked away in this time period. So, released, and then 2 of them got burned up, and one of them is the moon. So lot. But what I really hope is, yes, we may see some iconic characters, but I want, I want to go a little off the beaten path too. So.
Speaking of, this game will have battle passes. I mean, probably. This is the type of game that battle passes sort of live for.
Yeah.
That's weird. I watched that third video. Now it says, sorry, this video cannot be played.
You've seen it once. You cannot see it again.
Yeah, okay, now it's back.
This video will self-destruct.
Yeah.
do.
So... Yeah, this is a lot better than I was expecting, honestly. Oh wait, we've got a link here from 10th Tech on the Magic Legends page. Oh, here we go. Magic Legends Currency Exchange, Broker, and Battle Pass. All right. Currency Exchange. Oh, this is how Cryptic does. Okay. Convert their in-game currency to the paid currency at a player-driven exchange rate. Oh, so of course, there's the in-game currency, and then there's the spent real money to get the purple coins or whatever currency. Okay. So the paid currency is Zen.
Yeah.
But you can use the currency exchange thing that Cryptic uses for all its games to swap back and forth between refined ether and Zen. Oh, unrefined ether is earned from completing activities and missions or as battle pass rewards and will remain automatically. Will refine automatically. Each account has a daily ether refinement cap of 50,000 and a maximum ether storage cap of 2 million. Okay. So you can swap those out, all right?
So I'm strictly a free-to-play player on most of the games that I play. That's just how I play. It's where I budget my money. That being said, companies need to make money. That's how this works. I have no problem with some pay-to-win elements because that's how they make their money, as long as there's also a system where if you are patient, you are able to unlock enough features, not cosmetics unless they want to make it that way, but enough play features that you can also feel like you're playing the game and not always getting beaten up. Then I'm okay with that.
So then we've got the Broker, another system in Magic Legends, allows you to leverage an earned in-game currency to purchase Zen store items. What? The Broker acts as an intermediary that facilitates trades among planeswalkers. You can sell various items to the Broker for an immediate payout of gold. The quantity of items you and other players have sold will be reflected as inventory in the Broker for other players to buy with gold.
So the more stuff individual players sell to the Broker, the more
stuff
items
the Broker has
that other players can turn around and buy. That's fascinating. It's like an economy. That's really interesting.
Is it an
Oh, okay. Oh, wait, I'm on
So
the wrong...
is it an auction house like Exchange, or is it a fixed market?
It looks like it's a fixed market.
It looks like it's almost a combination of both, where you're not actually going to other players and being like, hey, I want to buy this.
There we go.
But like I said, it's an intermediary. So you walk into a store, sell your stuff, maybe buy one or two other things, and the next person in the store sees your stuff that you sold them, and they have the option of turning around and buying it for themselves.
Okay.
This is how I rate it.
It looks like this is keeping people from just trading with each other.
Yeah.
For some reason, which I'm sure there are many reasons. So, okay, what you can and can't buy from the Broker: spell pages, but you can't buy new single spells. You can only buy pages to upgrade a spell you already have. Okay. That's neat. World enchantments, which that's the thing. Those are the difficulty modifiers. It looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's to make it harder to get you better rewards. And you can buy unopened booster packs.
What about open booster packs?
Class unlocks from booster packs.
I think that's everything else in the store.
Choice packs, trait, artifact, spell from booster packs and the Empyrean store. I don't even know what that means. You cannot make a selection from a choice pack, then sell the single trait, artifact, spell you've received on the Broker. Oh, okay. I get it. Oh, and selling items on the Broker requires the consumption of a trade token. Beginning in open beta, you gain 10 trade tokens per day, can hold a maximum of 30 at a time. Okay.
It's probably there to restrict bot activity.
Exactly, yeah. Okay, and then yes, thank you, mouse. I've got to get new battery in this mouse. There's the Battle Pass with 50 levels of rewards, both free and premium tracks, of course. The free Battle Pass track will include Character and creature summon cosmetics, various in-game currencies, spell pages / relic fragments for upgrading things, and even a new trait for your loadouts. The premium will cost 1,000 Zen, however much that is. Feature all of the free track rewards, of course, additional character and creature cosmetics, and some other rewards, including a spell and artifact. Battle Pass levels advanced by completing daily and weekly challenges to get Battle Pass XP. Yep, that makes sense. Various things, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Oh, here we go. Like the free, on level 25, it's highlighting here, you can get an unrefined ether chest, but if you're at premium, you can get a costume set of Ral Zarek's vestments. So you can cosplay as Ral Zarek. And then go talk to Ral Zarek, and he'll be like, dude, that's my look.
Do I know you?
You think this is a joke? Okay. So, it sounds like, at least thus far, it looks like your standard freemium style game. But not like... Nothing that I see thus far makes me hate it. And that's a good sign. That's a good sign.
Yes.
Because that was my main concern, is this going to be designed like Magic itself is turned into, to nickel and dime you to death and suck up your entire life? But it looks like it's your standard, you can spend money to get shiny coins, or you can get shiny coins without spending real money using the in-game currency. So that's actually neat. And the Battle Pass gets you lots of stuff, which is how Battle Passes work. I didn't buy the one for Hearthstone. It was bought for me, but I was gonna. Oh, and 10th Tech has another one for us. All right, what is this?
On the ball. This one is about loadouts and classes.
Oh, okay. All right, each class has a set of regular use abilities, including a primary attack, secondary ability, and utility ability. Oh, ooh, that's a mouthful. Utility ability. Okay, in addition to a number of characteristics you'll need to take into account when building a loadout, such as how quickly you'll replenish mana, or how well you can hold up against direct enemy attacks. Oh, okay. Okay, the Geomancer's Furious Leap utility ability upgrades to Berserker's Leap, which has 2 charges instead of 1, allowing you to jump further into the fray with your tanky melee ability kit. The Sanctifier's Wave of Radiance secondary ability heals allies in a 20-foot radius for a small amount of HP, and when it's upgraded, it also repels enemies to create space on the battlefield. All right, I get it. Wow, so you can upgrade your class abilities too. Damn, they know players love to make numbers go up and meters to fill. So they've definitely hit that.
I like filling bars.
Exactly.
It brings me pleasure. So, yeah.
Let's see. Certain equipment pieces can improve several aspects of class-specific abilities, from cooldown reduction to increased potency effectiveness. Okay. Class trait. Oh, here we go. Class traits. This is a thing he mentioned in one of those videos. Important unlocks that grant powerful effects and provide additional synergies with spells and class abilities. You can slot up to 3 traits at any given time, and a subset of 3 traits can be stored in a loadout. Oh, so you can save loadouts. That makes sense. Traits are mostly unlocked by reaching maximum level with any class, while some are earned through additional means. Okay, and it's showing the Heart of Iron. While this trait is slotted and you are defeated, you will be revived with 25% of your life and recover an additional 15% of your life over 3 seconds. Additionally, you will be immune to damage and control effects for 3 seconds. Well, if you can't take damage, why does the extra 15% come back over 3. Oh, probably so you can boost it with healing potency bonuses or something.
Yeah, that's what that's the thought I just had.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
I'm
it doesn't list
assuming
a cooldown period before this can trigger again.
there has to be though, right?
There has
Because
Yeah, it's probably down below it.
Yeah.
Just off screen from where it's this
Congratulations, you are immortal.
Yeah.
Immortal and immoral. So yeah.
So let's see. Spells, yep. Equipment, yep. We already talked about that. Artifacts have all kinds of nonsense going on to just continue changing things. Man, if you're the type of person who loves dicking around in menus, you're gonna dig this game. Like, this makes relics and espers and whatnot in Final Fantasy VI look like a joke. Which is just the first thing that came to mind. It's where I first started to enjoy dicking around in in menus. Oh, and you can save loadouts. So if you decide, you know what, I'm not feeling the creature swarm, I'm feeling the whatever type of thing, you can just load that loadout. Oh, that's helpful. Or yeah, hey, I'm in a party who's got a healer, so I will go less self-healing and tankiness and go more damage because the healer's got my back. Yeah, that's cool. All right, I am cautiously optimistic. Or a PvE and a PvP loadout. Yeah, that too, exactly. Yeah. I am cautiously optimistic about this. I don't have to go through Epic Games, right? I can play it from here on the Arc website, right? Because I refuse to get an Epic Games account.
Arc Games, yeah.
Because I need to look into who Arc Games are, too. I never heard of them, but... Who are you? Install Arc. Oh my god, it's just another one.
Yeah.
Why don't they make this a standalone thing? I don't want to have to go through not Steam to play this damn game. It's always something. I just don't trust Epic because of various reasons from the past, and I've never heard of Arc. Which could just be Epic with a different paint job, for all I know.
Arc, a division of Epic Games.
Wait, really? Or are you just saying that?
Oh, no,
Okay.
I have no idea, but I can see it.
Could totally see that being a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well. Alright, so how do you guys feel now that we've seen some stuff about this?
I want to check it out. I want to check it out on Tuesday, just to see how it works.
Very appealing.
Yeah.
Muy interesante. Do we all have computers that could run it? Oh my god, is this a thing we should do? Is party up and play some Legends one night?
I have no idea if my computer will be able to handle it or not. So that will be a test. But am I wanting to give it a shot? Absolutely.
I know Dirk's computer can.
Great. Well, I'll just play on Dirk's computer. Problem solved.
Yeah.
Oh wait, is this not like being back in the dorm?
Dirk, we're coming over. So yeah, for all of the cynicism I've had about Magic over the last year and change, I don't have as much of it for Magic Legends as I was expecting, and that makes me happy.
High praise these days.
I mean, it really is high praise for me to say this did not make me want to stab you immediately. So,
yeah.
Like, I wish I was kidding. All right. Well, should we just stop there then, now that it's almost 10:30?
Yeah. We have that other segment we'll get to it some point.
At some point before we all
someday,
die.
yeah. Gentlemen, I'm gonna go ahead and head out because I got some more work to do before I go to sleep. But this looks really good. And I'm also cautiously optimistic for the next time we record and going over some of the stuff from Strixhaven and seeing how that shakes out. So, yeah. Yay. Perhaps this isn't the worst timeline after all.
It probably
Perhaps.
Is. It's pretty close though.
I have been growing facial hair out a lot lately because it's too much trouble to shave before I go to work. So I'm clearly the evil version of Brian. So, and with that, everybody have a great night.
Night, B.
You too.
I can't picture Brian with facial hair.
Yeah, same.
Has Brian ever had facial hair?
I'm sure he grew out some at some point.
I remember he had long hair one year, and that didn't work so well. But I don't remember if he ever tried like the mustache or the goatee or something. He did try a mustache once, didn't he?
I don't remember.
I don't either. I might be making that up.
I'm imagining a face, but I can't tell whether I'm picturing Brian's face or Devin's face.
I'm glad you didn't say that till after Brian left, because that's messed up, Mike.
No, y'all look the same to me.
Accurate. Brian doesn't have mold-colored hair. All right, well, how about you two? What sort of final thought you got?
There's nothing major on my end. I have gotten the first one. My next shot is like a week or two, and I
might want to double check that. That's important.
Well, no, I mean I know the date of it and everything. It's the last Monday of the month.
Oh, okay.
And the first one, I had like my shoulder was a little sore, but I didn't have any other symptoms. Mine's the Moderna one.
Okay.
And the other
I've heard more things about negative side effects from the second Moderna shot than I have the Pfizer shot.
Yeah. Well, the second one, so it's supposed to be that the first one is if you haven't had COVID at all. The first one has mild to no symptoms. It just, again, depends on each individual person, their immune system. The second shot is supposed to trigger an immune response, because the second one, after you've had the first one, the second one is there to again reinforce your immune system and everything, but it's also there to see if your system triggers. And so that one, more than likely, you will feel kind of sluggish, off. Take a day, you need to take a day off, sort of thing. I don't know about fever and stuff of that sort, but all the coworkers, or a large number of them, have said that the second day they kind of felt they didn't feel like themselves and everything.
Where was this when this was the topic of conversation for like half an hour, by the way, Dirk?
I know. But you guys were taking that, and then just zipped off and everything, so I didn't get a chance to talk. But yeah, that's essentially just it. We've also got a family vacation stuff that's in the works and all, so I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm looking forward to spring break and not having to worry about students for a little while.
Right?
So that, like, next week is the end of the quarter, and then we've got about a week of just sort of wrapping things up and getting the next 9 weeks started, and then we have spring break, so about 2 weeks from now. and I can just feel it. I just need some vacay time. I need some time away from students. So, but then we're also supposed to shrink the number of cohorts. We're going to probably see more students in school when we come back from spring break. I'm both happy and terrified at
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Because I really want to see them, have them back into class. I did a demo today, which probably for them was like, oh my gosh, we did something that's not notes. So, and that's usually how I like it. I like having them do stuff. Half of what I do for my classes is I pick people in class, they do warm ups on the board, we see if they're right, and then that's like 20 minutes of class. And then we go over notes. I try and go over them. We do demo. We have a lab once a week. I haven't done that. There's no one in class. So I can tell based on my grades and everything that people are just sort of showing up. They may pay attention, they may not. I can see their faces, but because I can see your face doesn't mean that you're like not watching like YouTube the whole time.
It's true.
But yeah, I'm hoping for the best for next semester or next school year. And I think that rounds out my final thoughts for tonight.
Word.
And as with Brian, I'm gonna have to bounce.
All right. Well, have a good night, Zerk.
You too. Have a good night, guys.
Good night.
Man, the state is like, yeah, get everybody back. I'm like, it's not safe yet. Yeah, get them back. Oh, well. Also, before I lose these links, I'm going to drop them in our Discord chat here so I can find them later.
There you go. That's a good idea.
So don't freak out. These aren't things you have to read because you already did. All right. And thank you, 10th Tech, again for the links there to help clear some stuff up. We appreciate it. Well, how about you, Mike? What you got?
Nothing really. It's like I've been looking at vaccine stuff. I'm in the last group, so it's still going to be a little while before I go. I've heard about people like getting their names on a list to get called up for cancellations or surplus shots or whatever. But
that's how Bill got his. Because if the other option is to throw it away, you might as well get it stuck in you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I guess maybe I'll see about that. I don't know. But besides that, not much is going on around here. I feel like there was something. Oh, I remember now. So I guess it's too bad that Dirk and Brian aren't here to hear this too, but maybe better for them. Who knows? I think I accidentally ruined television and movies in general a little bit the other day for myself.
Like on the
Ashley
whole?
and I were watching TV. Yeah, on the whole.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
Ashley and I were watching TV. We were watching the finale of The Bachelor.
There's your first problem.
You know, the show is actually, the show is actually tolerable if you only watch the last 3 or 4 episodes, because then all the idiots and nut jobs have been weeded out for the most part.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's not as much drama and general stupidity.
Okay.
But anyway, we're watching, and you know, the last 2 people, and they're in love and they're kissing, and there was something about the smack of the kisses that sounded like a little too crisp and uniform, like in the moment. And
Uh-oh.
just I had the sudden thought, I was like, are their mics really picking that up, or did someone have to go back and add that in post-production? And I had like the mental image of like a Foley artist just sitting in the production room, like t-shirt, cargo pants, sitting on the floor, sitting there with, like their thumb in a little tub of play slime or something, just watching the footage like. And yeah, so I accidentally slightly ruined movies and television for myself.
That is awesome. That's a dream job right there.
Yeah.
I am the world's foremost kissing sounds Foley artist. Oh my god. You're my hero, Mike.
Thank you.
Don't ever let all those dozens and hundreds of times that I told you I hated you actually color anything. You're my hero.
Yeah,
so,
that was the final thought I wanted to share.
Fair enough. Well then, I guess that's good for us. I should do the Patreon thing. So hey, you can go to patreon.com/themanapool, sign up to be a lifeguard, get early stuff and odds and ends, and the sponsorship shout out. So I'd like to thank our mythic lifeguards, in whatever order this is: Al, Kim Ho, Scuzzo, John Parker, Jake Jansen, Beardy Man, Team Hellas Are You, PJ McMullen, The Beast Father, Aaron Goodwine, Jason Kaus, Andrew Hunt, Aleph Cat, Cody Buckowing, KC, Jeff Spencer, Gothic Man, Jason Doan, Mr. Dr. Lewis, Connor Kennedy, and ALK Alters. Whew. Damn. So thank you all so very much, and all of our lifeguards at every tier. Thank you so much. What have I got going on? So we got Final Fantasy Fridays going on Friday nights. I'm currently playing through the first Final Fantasy, the PSP version. After that, I will make the hard decision if I'm going to play 2 and 3 or not. Or just dive straight into 4. I have not decided yet. I just finished Shovel Knight last night, so those videos will be going up soon. Actually, I'm turning Final Fantasy Fridays into videos too, but they're going to be super heavily edited with only like the story bits and the boss fights and any sort of interesting things that happen along the way. Mike, you're the monk. You missed this earlier.
Oh, okay.
But I'll give you the rundown of the team later and the post show odds and ends, so the nice people don't have to listen to it again. So the Final Fantasy videos and the hiccups, damn it, and the Shovel Knight videos will be going up soon. I'm still slowly pecking away at the Doom videos. I got to get back to Doom 2. Hard drive space is becoming an issue again, so that's why I keep streaming things like Hades and Slay the Spire, where if nothing happens, then I just delete the file. Like, look, I don't have to keep this for later. Also, I got my panties in a bunch and decided to play, I don't know why, the NES Superman game earlier this week. No, it was Sunday night. It was after I got the vaccine, right? Because it was after that stream that all the horrible things happened. And yeah, I played through the entirety of the NES game on Twitch for some reason. It's a weird game, but I kind of enjoyed it, except for the parts where I had no idea where to go and had to go to a guide. But it's an open world NES game with like quests. I mean, granted, each level is a single quest line, and you have to do them in order, but still, it's a quest line. And it eventually leads to a boss, and then you start the next level, which means you start the next quest line. How cool is that? On the any freaking S.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it's a shame it's not more fun, but but it was neat. But like at the very first level, like Lois, you start off each level in the Daily Planet, and Lois is like, such and such is happening. You need to go to check out there. And the first level is essentially a tutorial. So you go there, and eventually you figure out which building in there to go into, and then you fight through, and then you hit a boss. And then it's like, you won, yay! And the next one is, you better go to such and such, and like some building, and if you don't know where that building is, well, you gotta find it. Hopefully you bumped into it earlier. Or you'll be wandering around the map going, And yeah, if you take too much damage, you turn back into Clark Kent, which shoots that whole secret identity thing right in the balls, but, you know, whatever. But it's cute, and it works. It's not broken. It's just not great, you know? So, yeah. But I have all that, and I recorded it, and I don't know what to do with it. Like, I could do some kind of... The Statue of Liberty talks to you in, like, attract mode. So the very first thing you see is the start screen, and then this really cool-looking Superman flies up and lands next to, like, start and password, which is not the Superman you see in-game. And if you leave it there for a second, the Statue of Liberty will tell you what's going on, and she's chibi and adorable. And Superman is chibi and adorable. Everything is chibi and adorable. So... So yeah, like I could edit that down into like a quick playthrough thing, or I could use the footage to do like a retro review or something. Or I don't know what to do with that footage now. I just have it. So I guess I'll sit on that for a while, because why not? And yeah, sometimes to get from place to place instead of flying, you have to take the subway, and there's this little scene of Superman standing there in front of a subway door with his cape on going, like, it's really funny. Like, every time I had to take the subway as Superman, I ended up giggling because it's just hilarious. But anyway. So yeah, that's all stuff that's going on. I'm going to be playing more retro games and more Doom and more Final Fantasy and all kinds of stuff. More Hades, because I always have to play more Hades, because, oh my god, I love it! And yeah, it's gonna be a good time for a little while on the stream and in YouTube. Yeah, I also recorded a quick YouTube video last night that's gonna go up in a couple days, probably. A quick story about an experience I had dashing yesterday. It was very nice. So that's all gonna go. That's gonna go up as a Chewy vlog. So yay! It was cool. I took charge and helped myself and a lot of people out. It was awesome. Are you proud of me, Mike? Just say yes, even though you don't know what I did.
Oh, yeah, of course I am.
See, Mike's proud of me. So yeah, there we go. That's what's going on here on YouTube, or here on Twitch and over on YouTube for the foreseeable future. I've got to get better at these Doom videos, because the second one is taking me forever to get into the groove with editing and making it watchable and entertaining. So it could be that idea of turning every chapter of the Doom games into like a highlight reel just doesn't happen. But hopefully I can still make it work. I'm gonna keep trying. Yeah. And yeah, with that, we're gonna be done with episode 616. Oh, that's why Brian started the Marvel superhero thing, because for those that don't know, 616 is the official number of the Marvel Comics universe. Like, they have numbers in some sort of, I don't know, place. But the one where all the normal Marvel comics happen, that's 616. Yeah. The cinematic universe even has a number in this system. I don't know what it is, but you can look it up. It's really weird how all that works, but it totally works. So yeah. But anyway, so this has been the Mana Pool number 616. Thank you all so very much for joining us. And if you try Magic Legends, let us know what you think.